Tell me the truth. The streets of Hyde were deserted this late at night. Its hard-working populace either asleep or entertaining themselves in Hyde's many taverns. The stone houses lining the street were mostly dark, shutters closed and windows reflecting the gentle moonlight. Nightingale couldn't help but appreciate just how bright the stars could be on a night like this, so high up. She sometimes looked for familiar constellations she remembered from Earth, but of course she never found them. After making their way down a secluded alley, Damocles turned on her with a very angry-looking expression.
So, who are you really?
What? Nightingale stammered and looked to Zeke for some kind of help. Before he could speak to defend her, Damocles interjected.
I researched the help that was being sent from Alinea days ago. It's a well-known pirate crew led by a fearsome giant named Kajax.
Damocles looked directly at Nightingale and took a step towards her and looked down at the small girl.
You look like I could sneeze and accidentally kill you.
The man looked behind her at the others.
And you bunch pass for a hard seafaring crew as easily as you could be experts on the Blight. It's obvious that you had no idea what my dad was talking about.
Rook moved his hand to his weapon, afraid that things might escalate. Damocles' eyes flashed in his direction, noticing the subtle movement of his hand.
Quick to defend your girlfriend? Watch yourself, big guy. This is my town, and I'll do what it takes to protect it.
Damocles shoved past Nightingale and stood defiantly against Rook. Even though the man towered above him, he looked unfazed by Rook's size.
Stop it!
Nightingale moved to put herself between the two. We're on the same team. Damocles didn't look convinced.
If we're on the same team, then tell me the truth, girl.
I'm Princess Nightingale Arson, second princess of Alinea, daughter of King Balthazar.
Damocles stood stunned for a moment, then laughed.
Really?
Nightingale now looked up at him defiantly.
Yes, this is my knight, Rook Lars. He's just trying to protect me.
Damocles smiled, showing teeth.
Okay, princess. Why didn't you say so earlier then? My father is good friends with Balthazar. He's the appointed duke, you know.
Nightingale got a quick nod from Zeke, then reluctantly spoke.
We're not supposed to be here. Balthazar doesn't know about any of this.
Is that so?
Damocles folded his arms.
It would be strange that a princess would be anywhere as remote as Hyde. We're just a mining town. I'd appreciate it if you'd put aside the trickery next time, princess. My father is so eager for Balthazar's assistance, he's willing to see it even when it hasn't come.
Damocles sighed, then stretched, looking out into the streets of Hyde.
Honestly, so long as you're willing to help me with our problems, I don't care what else you're up to here.
He looked them over again, as though searching for clues.
If you didn't come to help, though, then what are you really doing in Hyde?
We're searching for a Theodosian mage, Rook said. Our investigation had led us to believe one passed through recently.
Theodosian mage? Doesn't sound that important.
Damocles shrugged.
I don't have a clue what that is anyway. Some kind of magic, I'm guessing?
Rook nodded.
Rare and incredibly destructive. Most information about it has been lost over the years, so we can't tell you much more.
Damocles started walking again.
If you mean the collapse an entire mine shaft sort of destructive, we're already on the way to meet someone like that.
What?
Nightingale had a surge of excitement. Even a faint possibility that their objective was in sight brought a flood of relief.
You know where they are?
Our only clue to the attack was the accident my father mentioned. Not the sort of accident we're used to either. The story I heard was so strange, I'm still not sure I believe it. We should probably let the jailer explain.